Earlier this year, I was given the opportunity to go out to France with Carp Tuition Socials. I had 1 week to prepare, and it was a trip of a lifetime. A few weeks went by and I got a phone call asking if I wanted to go back out in June. And of course, my answer was yes. I was not going to miss this for the world. A few days after I turned 21, I found myself on the tunnel, raring to go. Before I knew it, we was driving on the wrong side of the road. A 4-hour drive and we found ourselves at the lake. We didn't know much except it was super weedy, an underwater jungle in fact. By the time I got there, the lads have already been fishing for a few days. They're all confident in their spots. Roo Abbot went out in his boat and everyone else used bait boats. This left me in a quiet corner where I was given my own little playground. 2 pegs completely cut off to the entire lake. But this was an absolute heaven for carp. Snags and sunken trees which allowed the carp to be safe in their own environment. So here we are at the lake. It has been absolutely smashing it down. Got the bivvy up last night, and to be fair, it was quite a late one getting the rods out. So what we did, we set what we can up. We got a couple of rods in just for the night, and I found a few clear spots with the aid of Steve and whatnot that has already been here. But either way, we are set up. I've got a few baited zones, which one of them I'm going to put a rod out now. So I'm going to put that out while I'm thinking about it. And yeah, I'm going to show you what I'm using, and hopefully we can nick a bite. So there is the rig that I'm going to use. So I'm using a 5 ounce flat pear lead with a heavy magic twig. I've got big size 4 Carp V hook with a blood aligner kicker. So, how about that? Now, I put 2 rods on the spit of the island, then I put the other one in a sly margin spot just down from the peg. Hopefully, with all this rain coming in, we could actually see some fish start to show. As you can see, the rain is coming down fairly heavily, but we have not a lot of time. It is lunchtime. I have literally been here for an overnighter in the base camp. It's all going down because we're moving lakes because of the recent weather on the lake that we're on at the moment. Yeah, it's not the one. Usually when you've got thunderstorms with rain, warm weather, you're going to see fish. Simple as, you're going to see fish. But went over to Steve, he went, look, we've had a discussion between us and we think it's the best thing to move. There's a few lads that don't really want to move, they'd rather go home. What do you think? And I went, what do you mean we could do Eurobanks? Pond hopping in France. And he goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's go. So everything's going down, getting in the van. Man, I'm proper buzzing. I haven't even caught a fish yet, and it's like, this is why I love it. It's the exploration. You're part of the vlog now.
What's that?
What are you getting?
Harvesting stuff because it's banging weather.
Well, it wasn't like 2 hours ago.
It's warm, isn't it?
When we got to the lake, we had a good walk round. We picked our pegs between us and we were soon to get fishing. Most of us opted for bait boats, but I was quick to put a rod in the margin. Using long rigs and a heavy magic twig, it was soon to go off, and I was the first one to have a bite.
Yeah, boy!
That's 2 PBs in 2 months using the magic twig and lockups. We put an excessive amount of bait out and we put the rods out over them. We waited through the night, but the weather changed and the fish didn't seem to want to feed. We was told the lake was very featureless and the bait would be our feature. So everyone had a similar plan, create a proper mix and hopefully get the carp to get their heads down.
Right, so rig wise, we've gone for your typical Ronnie rig, £30 blend. Got size 2 lock hook that we've crimped down to make barbless. Nice little 12mm, that's an Excel super buoyant yellow pop-up with a little corn topper. And then you've got your dazzler, and of course your heavy magic twig, because that's what you need whilst you're out in France.
So, wind's now hacking down here, time's been tough, and as I said, I haven't really spoke to you lot just because there's not a lot that's happened. So I've got a rod that is almost snide right down the bottom, and essentially all the rods that I had out long I've brought in, and I said I'm just going to fish on the margins while everyone else is fishing the opposite. Essentially you'll see that where this hanging tree is, I'm going to get in the water and hopefully cast to the other side, and all being well. As the weather improved, we hoped the fishing would too, but we didn't realise what was round the corner.
Hey, he's got another one, is he? Hey. Get out the way, man. Right, so this is our June Carp Tuition Social week, and it's been a bit tough to say the least. We've had a handful of fish, but most of them being grass carp. So today a little bit of a change up. I brought Sam up to the other end. There's some snags in the bay, and I said, look, you know, last resort, let's fish tight to the snags locked up, sit on our rods and see if we can get a few more out. And we managed to do 4 on Big Fish Thursday. So the fishing conditions are going extremely well for the last 2 days as well, with the weather and moon phase. So not the biggest, but another one to add to today's fish. First mirror from the trip. We've had a lot of commons, so yeah, may it continue.
Who have we got there?
So there we go, it is the end of this drive and survive trip here in France, and it has been so much fun, very dramatic, very to and from, very exciting. But I'm still yet to have a king carp. I've had a grass carp and it is massive. It was £37, what a fish. Sorry, £39, and that is my new personal best for carp. And yeah, I've had so much fun, it has been unbelievable, but there's still time yet. I've moved into peg 12 or 13 or whatever it's called, and started in this bay here, expecting that because of all the activity out there, the fish will probably end up moving into here, and all I've seen for the last hour is fish all over this left hand margin and into the middle towards the island, and straight away I've got to get rods on it. This is somewhere that I would like to spend a full week, even though we have spent a couple of days here. Even though it's a fish farm and it's meant to be easy to fish, again, it's clearly one of those places where don't get your hopes too high, because you can easily be put in your place. And so we'll be getting up at 5:30 in the morning to drive back to the UK, and hopefully all smoothly with the tunnels for all of us.
There was nothing in the night, and after a very long journey we made it home safely. I hope you enjoyed it. Go and have a look at Carp Tuition Socials so you could join in on your own adventure soon.
I'm proud to say that this has been the best 21st birthday ever.